Nuclear is a wonderful way forward as one of the sources of energy, one of the sources of sustainable energy. It won't be the only one. We're going to need energy from all sources and balance the availability and the cost of energy as well as the sustainability over time.
Export controls are a big topic as we go into the November election, particularly when it comes to competition with China. Is Nvidia on track to make a China-safe Blackwell chip?
We haven't announced our future products yet, but the first thing we have to do is comply with whatever policies and regulations that are being imposed, supported fully, and meanwhile do the best we can to compete in the markets that we serve. We have a lot of customers there that depend on us, and we'll do our best to support them.
Do you think the U.S. should back off on China trade sanctions? Do you think the restrictions are effective?
Well, we have to defer all of the policy making to the administration. They understand that the balancing national security versus the prosperity of American technology all over the world. We're exporting American technology, which is really terrific for the United States. That the world is built on Nvidia, on American standards. Nvidia is an American company, and our government and the administration would love to see us succeed. And so finding the right balance is very difficult to do, but they're doing a wonderful job.
I'm curious, have you been in touch with either of the campaigns to counsel them on this technology?
No, my focus is to build our company, and I trust that they're going to do the best thing for our country. Thank you.
Great, thanks so much, appreciate it.
In a world where technology rules supreme and stock market narratives can sometimes feel as thrilling as the latest blockbuster, Nvidia has stolen the spotlight yet again. Imagine this. A titan of the industry, known for its innovative prowess and strategic foresight, makes an achievement that sends ripples through the financial world. Yes, Nvidia Corporation, under the visionary leadership of Jensen Huang, not only broke past a market capitalization of $1 trillion, but also produced a product in such high demand that it's practically causing a feeding frenzy among consumers. Now, isn't that a story worth diving into? From tattoos celebrating milestones to chip production that's taking the industry by storm, let's unravel this fascinating tale of triumph that isn't led by mythic heroes, but by real-world innovation and bold leadership. Let's dive into the saga of Nvidia, the semiconductor giant, whose journey is nothing short of electrifying. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
So I want to start right there because this was a record fundraising round. We know there was a lot attached to this fundraising round, including a promise of a conversion to a for-profit entity. Why did you feel it was compelling to invest now and at this valuation?
Well, we've been doing work on AI for 10 years, and we've been waiting for the companies that were really that Nvidia was going to hand the baton to. Not that Nvidia's story is over at all, but as you know, Nvidia has basically been communicating, and investors have been buying a very big idea. And for Nvidia to continue to work, we think there are going to be other winners. We think that the foundation model players are going to be very big winners, $15 to $20 trillion in market cap in the next 5 to 10 years. We put out a piece in our Sunday newsletter you can find on arc-invest.com, and we're going to put out a lot more on this. So OpenAI leading the charge, really, Anthropic, XAI, so Elon Musk and team, and even Elon, I think, is saying those three, and Google with Gemini are the big four. And, unlike the railroad era, and many people are comparing this to the railroad era, I think that the four winners are showing themselves very quickly. Whereas in the railroad era, which, by the way, accounted for 63% of the stock market in its heyday in the early 1900s, unlike the railroads, there were hundreds. I think there were hundreds. We can focus on the big winners. This space is moving so so quickly and is going to become so big because it's effectively substituting software for labor. Not that this is going to kill jobs at all. It's going to make people much more productive. And they're already seeing it with ChatGPT just as a starter.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us embark on an exhilarating journey that begins with a tattoo. No, not just any ink, but a promise fulfilled by Jensen Huang, the co-founder of Nvidia. Back in 2017, when Nvidia's stock climbed to the then-celebrated height of $100 per share, Huang marked the occasion with a symbolic tattoo. Fast forward to 2023, and this technology behemoth not only crossed the $100 threshold, it soared past a $1 trillion market cap, marking its place among the tech elite. Huang's wealth ballooned as well, skyrocketing to make him the 13th richest individual globally, valued at an estimated $107 billion as of 2024. But the true sensation in Nvidia's narrative isn't just about past milestones, it's the ongoing saga of the Blackwell chips. These little wonders, highly anticipated and already stirring a frenzy akin to a concert ticket release, are in full production. Huang confidently announced that the demand was, in his own words, insane. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates.
Give us your thesis on AI refreshed now, because you were right to be focused on AI, but you sold Nvidia before a monster run. It kind of could have been your Tesla, I imagine, of the AI thesis. So how much hardware, how much software, where do platform versus applications fit in here? Because it looks like you sold Nvidia starting maybe a little less than a couple years ago now. Correct me where I'm wrong there, and bought software.
Yes. So we didn't sell Nvidia across the board. We kept it in our more specialized, focused funds like autonomous technology and robotics, next generation internet. So ARKQ, ARKW, they have held it. It has not been in the top 10. We have been looking for the software players, the Palantirs, UiPaths, and so forth. OpenAI, a lot of them are in the private sector, and we're really happy to have a venture fund now, so that we can participate there.
Picture this: a market so hungry for innovation that companies are lining up, eager to be the first to grasp these technological marvels. Amidst this frenzy, one might jest, who knew semiconductors could cause such a stir? It's like the rock stars of Silicon. This isn't mere hyperbole. Investor interest seems to align with analyst predictions, which suggest that these chips could propel Nvidia towards an astronomical $10 trillion valuation. Meanwhile, the stock continues to outperform, trading above its 50-day moving average, boosted by this tremendous demand and a promise of strong fourth-quarter revenue. The backdrop to all this technological innovation is a macroeconomic landscape characterized by rising interest rates and inflation worries. Yet Nvidia's robust annual growth, 83.79% to be exact, compared to the 9.48% average of its peers, demonstrates resilience, underscoring why many investors regard it as a steadfast beacon in the dynamic tech sector. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
Well, yeah, so on the valuation on OpenAI, the number that was getting bandied about was just under 160 billion. And is it believable that it could be worth that or a higher number? I think so. It's some of the rivals opportunities. Now, that's not really a public markets conversation. I wasn't so crazy about the reported comments that Sam Altman was making, that he only wanted people that invested in OpenAI to back them and them alone and not their rivals. That seems like a rather dangerous situation to have only one supported AI company. But look, Nvidia at the moment still has the demand for their products. And, if there's going to be support for companies like OpenAI and their rivals, then that means there's going to be continued demand for the products that essentially are doing all the churning on this. And so also that supports VST, by the way, which you were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. And it also sounds like, this is almost like buying an ETF. When you own Nvidia, they're going to own pieces of all of these AI companies to a certain extent. So I'd rather, but you're going to get a muted position, just like in an ETF. You get a small percentage of it. But if Nvidia, to Mike's point, is still king of the hill, you're going to get fractions of ownership on a lot of these. And when they start proving themselves, then you could buy the specific companies that are successful.
As we wrap up this tale of staggering success and relentless innovation, it's clear Nvidia is not just a company, it's a phenomenon. For those on the fence about where to cast their prospects, consider Nvidia's formidable trajectory. With market leadership, groundbreaking technology, and a growth forecast that's hard to dismiss, there's a compelling case to include this stock in investment portfolios. Now, there's no crystal ball to assure success, yet Nvidia's proven track record and promising future offer a tantalizing glimpse into a potentially lucrative horizon. As for today, Nvidia's shares continue to climb, reflecting a robust market sentiment and confidence in its forward momentum. So, what are your thoughts? Is Nvidia part of your investment strategy? Let's continue the discussion. Share your insights and join a community eager to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of the stock market together. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.